Hi guys, and welcome to Angling For You, and today join me at Candy Corner Fisheries on Oscar's Pond, and we are fishing on the Topkit. Now the first fish we hooked within about 4 seconds of putting the paste on, and this is the first one on camera straight after it. And what I've been doing is feeding that edged line for at least 3 hours, and this is where the Topkit can really come into its own later on in the day. Now there's loads of different baits, as we all know, that you can fish with when you're fishing down the edge. You know, mine is the paste. It's a go-to. It's a big fish bait, and it's shallow as well. It's not a deep margin, so we're right up against on the top shelf in the shallower water to try and have some of these better fish. I've filmed a great little video across the other side catching some fish in shallow water on the deck still, and you know, they're still not ready. You know, they're still a little bit, are they spawning, are they not? So this is the time of day when usually they start to click on at about 2:30, 3 o'clock, and we've been feeding that margin, and it's looking like we've got a couple of fish coming. It's a lovely positive bite, this. It looks like a nice fish as well. Nothing ridiculous, but a little bit better than a pound or two. And this scrap's so hard in here. Nearly ready for a net. Nearly ready. There we go. And he's in. It's a lovely fish. And he's got a nice little bit of weight to him as well as this one, which is nice. Lovely condition. And he's hooked in the top of the mouth. Beautiful top lip hooking, which is just where you want to hook him in the paste. Let's see if he'll behave himself for a little show up to the camera. Hold him over the net. There we go. What a beautiful fish. And these are the kind of fish that you can catch down the edge and late on, and then on those Topkits, and if you're geared up right, you can have some great results. So let's put him back, and we're gonna go straight back, guys. We're gonna go straight back and see if there's any more lurking down there. We'll go, as always, through the kit, but there's a few essentials that we're going to talk about when you're fishing on these Topkits, and they are really important to not only the success of catching, but also of the safety of your gear as well. And number one of those is having the right elastic. Now this elastic is a Reactor 16 to 18. It will stretch the length of this, no problem. It'll also stretch 2 pegs down if I needed it to on a Topkit. I wouldn't do that because we've obviously got Matty there as well. But so what I would say is just gear up, make sure you've got a good elastic, and you've got strong line, 016, 018, that kind of line, if you're fishing for bigger target and bigger fish. So that's the number one rule. You know, think about that, especially if you're in close quarters. And the others is having things to your side. Now I've got a couple of kits to my side ready to go. So I've got my next section and another section after that as well, and that just means that if I have to put one section on, it's there. If I have to put another section on after that, that's also ready and there to go. And that's really important, because sometimes you do get one and it just does run, and you need to get some sections on, and if you can get 2 or 3 sections behind it, 9 times out of 10 you're going to be able to turn it. Right guys, so like I was saying, as soon as you get them, Topkit, sink that under the water, let the fish go on the first run. I'm not worried. I don't need to put any kits on just yet. I can feel everything, where the fish is going, it's coming back towards me, and you see that absorb that full at full run and is now right in front of me. You need a strong kits for this. You obviously need your carp or your edge kits, the ones where you can put your bigger elastics on. This is not a particularly small fish, but you saw with the first fish, it's obviously, they can pull hard. And it is quite rare that I would ever put another kit on, a section on should I say, when I'm fishing this way, even into double figure fish. It's a nice little carp. Got a little bit of a weird tail, this one, but hooked like always, perfect in the top lip. If you're hooking them in the top lip, you know your presentation's right and that what you're doing is accurate, which is really important. And make sure that you are hooking them in that top lip, because what they should do is come up to the bait and just sup it off the floor, bang, you lift up, straight in and straight into the fish. It should be that simple. We've got a semi-soft paste today, so we've not gone swingable, we've not gone super soft, we've gone with a sort of in-between hybrid of that. Stuck on that branch a little bit. There we go. I'm just trying to hit that same rough area, sort of like a 6-inch square area. You've got to be careful because you get too much far right and you'll be down the ledge, and obviously we don't want to be down the ledge and stay up in that shallow water. Right, guys, that was an absolute stonker of a bite. That one just took the elastic out. No bite needed. Straight elastic, but you see we've not panicked. We've just sunk the tip. Just hold it until it decides it wants to come back, and now it's under his feet. And you've just sometimes got to set the gear up, and you can have those runs. A bit more difficult if you're in an open water venue. Sometimes they want to go for it and you do have to chase them a little bit. But on these snake lakes, they can only really go to the other side and left and right. As soon as they've turned, normally stay under your feet. Which, when you've got a bush to your right hand side, isn't always the best scenario. I'm just going to put a little handful of pellets in just to prime. I think it's a particularly big fish, but it's, I think, bigger than the last one that we had. Don't want to show itself, that's for sure. Not a particularly big fish, I've just seen it. It's like a little mirror. Notice we've not gone for nets. We haven't picked any nets up yet. No point in doing that yet till we've seen him. We've got, always have a net to the side of us, so it's easy to pick up. It's a little common actually. And they do fight hard, these commons. Well, they all fight hard in here, to be honest, but these commons especially. There he goes, look, there's a, oh, we nearly had him then. Go wiggling in. It's like he's got a little bit of a damage on the side of him actually. I don't know what he's been doing. Might have been a little bit of pre-spawning. Just a little bit of a This guy's in a nice stamp fish though. Hooked perfectly in that top lip. There we go. There's a bit of a giddy one, so what I'm going to do is just put him straight back, but you can see, nice stamp. And what we'll do is come in close and have a little look at the rig. Right guys, so the rig, as you'll have seen me do many times, I've got a Preston Paste 1 float. I've got 018 all the way through, don't mess about, to a size 12 KKMB, which is just a fantastic hook for paste fishing. Nice little paste pot or a little cad pot. The elastic is 16 to 18 reactor core, super stretchy but super strong, and then we've just got the line running through. I've got 2 number 8s just below the float to take the weight of the float a little bit so it's not pulling it out of the paste, and that's it guys. And then we've just got a little shadow kit. It doesn't really matter as long as it's strong enough to fit the elastic through, and it's an edge kit. That's really it in a nutshell. I think it's such a simple way of fishing on a top kit, but like I said, those key things are definitely needed. Making sure you've got your sections to the side of you, making sure you've got an access to play it, and making sure things are to hand. They're the most important things, and gearing that gear to make sure that you've got the strength to pull it in. What we'll do, we'll go back and we'll see if we can have another one to finish it. Right guys, another one. That was a lovely traditional paste bite, that. I just absolutely panned it right to the bottom of the ocean. And I don't know, this is a good one, you know. It's hard to tell, the water's quite coloured actually. This come out steadier. Usually the better fish come out steady. But this is what I mean by Topkit action. It doesn't have to be paste. It could be meat if it's allowed. You know, pellet, corn, dead reds. There's all sorts of great methods. Just the thought process is the same. You know, getting them down, balancing your gear ready for that Topkit action. I like paste because it's reactive. It's such a sort of attractive bait. It's very little threat to the fish, and it just does the business for me time and time again, which I'm sure you've seen. Glenn's hooking a fish on his rod.
Going right corner.
And he's got the bait runner on at the side of me. It's not a massive fish, but they don't half pull your arm off in Candy Corner, I tell you now. And even more so when we get some sessions back on AJ's. I'm going to have to do a mid-week day on my holidays, I think, when they're matched up on weekends. 2 matches on there today. And, you know, there's just some quality fish in there. This is quite a nice fish though. Definitely putting a good account of himself and testing the old arm out. That is definitely for sure. Be a lovely fish to finish on if we can get him in. And just absolutely scrap to the end, these little commons. Really do. Never know when to beat candy corner fish, never. Amazing. Oh, and even there he tried to jump out. Oh, Jesus. They do, pound for pound, do some pulling these fish, they really do. Just perfectly hooked in that top lip. These are lovely fish. Let's see if he'll play ball and be a good boy for camera. It's a lovely fish to finish on. And obviously there's venues around the country with a lot bigger munters down the edge, and certainly is in AJ's behind us, but for this pond that's a lovely little fish, and pull hard, and just exactly why that Topkit later on in the day can be so dangerous. Hopefully it's been helpful to you, and just even if you just watched it to see some lovely fish coming out. Join us on Angling For You in the Facebook group. There's over 9,000 members on there. Ask questions, join the matches. Matches are not for money, so they're for prizes, but it means that there's no worries, no fear of doing well or not so well. It's just about introducing you to match fishing. If you want to join us on the Instagram at angling_for you, see what photos and see what we're doing, then join us on there. And if you could like, share and subscribe, that's fantastic. And until the next one, guys, thank you very much for watching. Tight lines.